There we are. We're
Oh,
live.
dang.
Hey everyone, welcome to the goddamn show. We're here to play some Thunder Rift using the Fantasy Age system. This may or may not be the end of the campaign tonight. I don't know. It just depends on how far the party gets. I actually spent a lot of time doing prep work today, so I've actually got a plan. And now that I've put that out there, that means you all are just gonna throw it all
Are
out
you
the
right in
window.
trash?
No taco trucks.
Oh yeah, damn it, he beat me. I was about to ask for a taco.
No
truck.
taco trucks.
Are you sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I mean,
That's how we defeat the taters, though. We work with the cooking group to create taco trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be potatoes and burritos.
We need to start a war
So you're
between
good
the
California
corn and the
burrito,
taters.
Although really they're yams, so we got to come up with something maybe more yam appropriate. But
Just a bunch of sweet
Maybe you
potato
should just
fries.
run an adventure of halfling food cart for us, and that'll just scratch the itch, and we'll be over it.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
except it can't be halfling food cart because there's no
They're
halflings.
all dead.
What's a halfling?
Right? That's the right way to think of that.
A
Okay.
delicious delicacy.
Yeah.
That's what a halfling
Let's
is.
get into this. We'll do some introductions. Jeff, who you playing?
Saxons and Danes, I am playing Bullrug, stepson of Luath. I am a champion. Officially now. I have taken that specialization. I am a champion, very large orc, very happy to have a father once again. He died in such a horrific fashion, as most of the men who gets into my mother's life do. So hopefully that will be different for Luath, but who knows? There are many fish in the sea. But yes, I am Bullreg. I like to smash things, and I am invincible. If you watched last session, nothing could kill me. It hurt really bad though,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very bad.
Yeah. Melissa, thank you for that sub. That's fantastic. 14 months in a row. Very cool. Jeremy, as the stepfather in the group, who are you playing?
Yeah, so I'm Luath. I'm an old ass elf. I'm a rogue. Now I'm an assassin because I don't know. I like shooting people. Somewhat. I guess I got to take on fatherly duties now, and I'm gonna die. It is what it is. But I'm gonna try and
Can
die
I-
happy.
Can I call you Dad? Father?
You
Poppy,
call him Daddy.
No, no.
Papa?
I will shoot you. I will kneecap you.
It will not
Fritz.
hurt me. I am invincible.
No,
You can
I'm
shoot me all
talking to
you
him. I'm talking to old scaly boy here. You don't give
yes,
him
you could
ideas
probably
like
hurt
that.
him.
it doesn't do anything good to shoot Bullrug. It just makes him angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap. I'm vulnerable to bullets.
It's your only weakness.
Oh, that's great. All right. Dan, who you playing?
I'm playing Bart, who is officially our commander in the party, who doesn't really command anyone to do anything at all, really. You just be your best you. That's his orders.
He's not a
Sir,
micromanager.
yes, sir.
He's very underling. He wants us to be empowered
Yeah.
to make our own decisions. That's good leadership.
It is.
This is excellent leadership, Commander. Yes.
I mean, push come to shove. I feel terrible saying this, but you are the wind beneath our wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Bert, what you got?
Bohai, the devoted of the one, who was apparently on the crapper last episode because he answered none of my prayers. I wasn't feeling very devoted that episode. But now I'm also a sword mage, which with Chuck's blessing, I have erased and put in fist mage. As instead of an enchanted sword, I have my enchanted gauntlets.
It's fantastic. Absolutely. John.
Yeah. So I'm playing Brawl Stone Scale, a dragon humanoid from far off distant lands, traveling with these wonderful companions. And last time I held my own against against a potato knight, or what have you. And now I took some time and some leatherworking tools, and I now have runes and such inscribed on my snout.
Very cool.
We'll find out what that does later.
Very cool. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you all ventured down to the Orc Shit Hills, enjoying the good life with Bolreg as your tour guide. You went to a coffee shop where a sinkhole opened up and a bunch of creatures came out and attacked you. You all said fuck that and went down to go beat them up. You eventually came across a giant door with a giant guard in. But also clues that behind this door is a path that leads directly to your target. So you all return to the Shit Hills, where we'll say you've spent enough time. Everyone's fully recovered. And you talked about gathering forces and doing a good old-fashioned, bum rush siege on the Golden Child. So I think what we're going to do is go around and talk about what you do to preparation for this, whether that's gathering troops, supplies, honing skills, training people, whatever the fuck you want to do. Everything's on the table.
Obviously, a good bum rush needs a lot of preparation, H. So
It does. It does. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. So yeah,
you never know what you're gonna find.
we're gonna just pass it around. Tell me what you want to do. We'll do a test to see how well you do it. And then later on in the session, you'll be able to reference that and use it in the mighty bum rush. So Bolreg, what are you thinking?
Well, Bolreg, he will go into the center of what is left of his town, of the Orc Shit Hills, the capital.
Mm-hmm.
He will climb atop of a mighty steed, a dung beetle, and he will do that which he can, similar to the Braveheart scene. I will say, sons and daughters, pretty much anyone of the Orc Shit Hills. I am Bolreg, son of Bolreg, stepson of Luath. And I come here to recruit you to a mission that is very dangerous, but very honorable. Our homes have been attacked by these yamish creatures who have no honor. They take our precious dung beetles, they copy them into some horrific copy. They ruin our homes. They take our most precious shit and they use it for God knows what. But we now need you. But not just me. The greatest military tactician in the history of the Thunder Rift. He will lead you. And we will take the
I think you're
battle.
like holding me
Yes.
up in the air or something.
I will swing him around. This one right here, in case you're uncertain. Those of you in the back, I will hold him up higher.
Hmm.
We will journey long. We will journey dangerously. Not all of you will return. Of course I will, but some of you will not. But we will defeat this golden child. We will scallop him. We will feast upon him. Not me, of course, because I have a diet to maintain. But the rest of you, I will not judge. And we will come back victorious.
Okay, that sounds like an amazing persuasion test.
Yes. And I do actually have oratory, which is
Ooh.
great. So if I fail, I can re-roll this.
Nice.
First time I've got to use it.
So, okay. I was going to say, on all of these, we're going for a base 10. The
Okay.
higher you do, the better. So 12,
Okay.
you did okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. But higher would be better, huh?
Higher would be better.
Can I take a can I use my reroll to see if I can get higher?
Sure, yeah.
Please
why
do.
not?
That was a good
So
speech.
I'll stop and I'll say, actually, one more thing. I will start talking more. 17.
17 is better.
There you
Would you
go.
be
That's where he
willing to
says, "I
trade?"
will personally beat you all to death if you don't follow me."
I just completely quote Braveheart now. Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our shit, but they can never take? And as I'm swinging him around, our freedom. And then he'll smother, like, instead of the blue paint, it'll be just like the orc shit. That'll be the war paint. Put it right. Come here, stepfather. And
Yeah.
and everyone just chants in some weird guttural orc shithill language. It's wonderful.
Everyone is roused and ready to go to war. Those too young or too old, they'll hang back, but they're fully involved in helping with the cause in any way they can. So yeah, you get the entirety of the shithill behind you. Luath.
Oh, here's my concern. Like, we've got a bunch. You're some big, strong people, but this is a bum rush. The big part of a bum rush is like, you're taking them from behind. You're going for the bum, right? You got to be sneaky, and I'm gonna do my best to try and like lead you guys on like how to go all heel toe on this. Here's what the vines look like. Here's where not to step, and I even maybe have this handy dandy scout talent, whatnot, that helps people move stealthily and all that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
just let's cover ourselves in shit. It's what we've got to do to make it through. That's a beautiful culture and heritage, and I embrace it. And let's go.
Absolutely. Go ahead. You've got that scouting talent now. Go ahead. Use that.
Would you prefer for me to do more like the perception, or I can do more of like a stealth for leading the sneaking?
I would probably link you're teaching them, essentially you're training them on how to move quickly and without notice. I think stealth would follow that. Also, too old, thank you for that shitload of bits.
Oh wow, nice.
Fun story. Too old and I aren't coworkers anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the nice
So
thing
you guys
is
can start your romantic
We
relationship now.
can, yes, totally
That's
fair.
nice. Okay.
I think I'll take
HR
that.
can't stand in your
19
way
is
any
great.
longer.
Yeah.
Means you get to game on your lunch breaks.
Like,
So
I realize now you guys have those amazing snots, so I'm gonna cover myself in a scent that you recognize, so that we don't have to talk. You just follow the smell. And I don't know why it works, but it does.
That's great. Okay. Bart.
But I figure I'm probably just gonna be mostly like sitting at a table, like a map or something like that, and trying to actually like strategize, organize people. Tempting to leadership.
Sure. Yeah. So too old. Did throw out 1,000, and so we're gonna count that as one banked reroll and one banked double and 3 banked rerolls because he said it was to help the cause.
Nice. Well, we'll see how bad I do at leadering. Oh, not too bad.
You did great.
You
All
bet
right.
Not
at
too
all.
bad.
And what were you giving him again?
I mean, like going through maps and stuff like that,
Okay.
and trying to
Tactics and stuff.
do tactics.
Oh my gosh. Such leadership.
Such
I
leadership.
think it's the first time I've rolled leadership the entire campaign.
Well, you made it count.
Yeah. All right.
The one time I needed it.
Bohai.
I like to think you're looking at the maps and it wasn't actually Bart that Bullreg was moving. He thought it was Bart, but it was really just like a sack of grain or something that he's just moving around. Like,
Put his hat on it.
looking at it. Yeah, he put the hat on.
That's all you needed.
So yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a different tack because though Bohai is the devoted to the one, he is not a missionary. He's not so good at spreading the devotion of the one to other people. So instead, he's going to focus on a more physical issue. Bohai wants to go and talk to some farmers, maybe talk to some of the wise women of the tribe to find. I basically want something that's going to kill a plant creature.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's
Herbicide.
good thinking.
Yeah. So I want to talk to the farmers and anyone that we could make maybe an accelerated herbicide, add my own mystical knowledge into it.
Sure. This is going to be an intelligence test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 13.
Okay. 12 is what we needed. I'm sorry, 10 was the base. So 13, you pass it and go above what you needed. We do have 2 banked rerolls. So far we got a 17, a 19, and 19. You want to let that 13 rest or try again?
Oh,
We're doing pretty good.
yeah. I mean, I have to take the new roll, right? So I could actually do worse.
You could.
So no, I'm going to take the 13.
Cool. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't have.
What's
any
worth? There was a
particular
13
bonus
with
on
3
that.
stump points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Brawl.
Yeah. So Brawl is going to go and basically do like reconnaissance work and get firsthand intelligence on forces and so forth, kind of travel different routes and so forth
Sure.
to help optimize our strategy going forward.
Sure. Let's go with well, you said doing reconnaissance, finding different paths. You are a cartographer.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll let that go in this situation. I think that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll stay with it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you raise an army. You train the army. You go over tactics for the army. You find the best routes to get there, and you come up with a solution, a herbicide of sorts that's cheap and plenty abundant. It's crude, not fancy, but you get a healthy supply of it that you can haul with you on some carts and whatnot. A salty earth kind of tactic. Okay. Well, we're ready to roll out. Anyone want to do anything else before we go?
Let's get them.
All right.
What do you do with the device?
It's in the shit hills, I think. I don't remember.
All right. The defleshing, yaminating bomb
Yeah.
thing. Okay. I was just
Okay.
curious if we'd actually made a decision. So whatever.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Yeah, so you all head back down. On the screen we're on at the tabletop, I've already got the giant door with that giant guardian still pacing back and forth in front of the door. And this is going to be your first obstacle. Now you do.
I got this.
Okay.
No, she-
Okay. I'll let you. I was
Everybody
gonna
waits here.
Any tactic you want
Throw me at
to
it.
take is fine using the resources you have. So what's the plan?
So let's use some of that flower killer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Okay.
we want to tip our hand on that right away?
Well, I mean, this is the largest thing we've got to get past, right? And the thing is all made of the vines and ivy and
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
Why not salt it
why
first?
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
The fewer troops we lose now, the better we are later.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a variation on an earlier plan that we had, which was like to draw him into a spot. Like if there's some dipshit willing to let him chase them, and then let him go into a spot where we've got that herbicide ready to go.
I could challenge it to a duel. Turn its back to you, and you guys should be fine.
Could we have
no,
made him put him in like satchels and put together like a small like catapult sort of thing so we can hurl them at the creature?
Give me an intelligence test.
Okay.
Yeah.
14. I might have picked up a little siege engineering back in school.
Sure.
Old alma mater.
Oh man, that's good stuff there.
So yeah, you've got a small catapult and these small, like I'm gonna say, like thin-walled jars or something like that, packed full of this fertilizer. So I think Bullreg, were you gonna go challenge it to draw it out?
I would be happy to if that is okay with the commander.
You think you could avoid dying?
I think I could possibly kill it before your other side takes root, but it'll be a race.
Can't say no to that confidence.
I mean, he's a Bullreg, man. He's the most overconfident, most arrogant character I've ever played. No, I mean, like I think Bullreg would 100% volunteer to beat distraction.
You don't necessarily need to like fight
in
a
case
fight.
it does take a hit off. In
Yeah.
case he does get a hit off, I think Bullreg's the one who's probably most likely to be able to take a hit.
So
Okay.
I'm going to bravely cover you from way over there.
Thank you, stepfather.
I will be nearby a Bullreg to offer support and distraction as well.
Thank you, bro.
To lure him in to death.
So I've dropped the party location as everyone else. Bullreg, go ahead and roll initiative for me. And
Now I did just take a new focus initiative, so I have a bonus now to my initiative roll.
Ooh.
Well, you can put a focus in initiative.
It's a dexterity, yes, and it's a +2.
So your total was
I've-
13 or 15?
Total is 13.
Nice. Well, that gets you at the top. Okay. We're going to start this combat.
Took the same focus.
And yeah, it's going to be kind of
awesome,
free
isn't it?
form. So Bullreg, you're going to be moving independently. The creature's going to be moving independently. And the rest of you and your other resources, you can command and you can do things on the party turn, essentially. So
Let me do one thing
yeah.
real quick before you do this. I'm going to kind of point out a couple of vulnerable spots, and basically do the equivalent of like, this dude's marked for death. Okay, we're playing for keeps. You're gonna go for these areas. You want to take them down. Basically, what I'm doing is gonna make sure you get a +1 to all your damage.
Oh, nice. Do you got to roll anything for that?
No, I just do it. All my friends
Okay.
against one target get +1 damage. So everybody does +1 damage against this big guy.
Nice.
pretty great.
Bullreg will put his hand on the Waith's shoulder, and on the other, he will bring him close into a giant hug. And then he'll put him down.
You're
Probably
definitely
in
not the
pain.
family I expected, but you're a good kid.
Nice.
And I will say, I will see you soon. I will turn like Aragorn at the end of
Ooh.
Return of the King,
Nice.
and I will charge in, screaming, "Ah! Going to kill you, you big fella!"
As you're screaming and charging towards it, it kind of turns to face you. It is your turn, Bullreg.
So, because I now am a champion and I'm using charge, it actually will have a -1 to its attack when it eventually tries to kill me here in a second.
Oh, God. Okay. It's good
Okay.
to know.
So charge, which is +1. I'm going in. Let's see. I'm just gonna click on aim. It's the same thing. That is a 13 with 4 stunt points.
13 does clear defense. Not a problem. You got 4 stunt points.
Okay.
Go ahead. You're going to have damage on this, and you get a +1 to damage as well from Loath.
Indeed. 4 stunt points. What can I do?
Tickle his foot.
I could do. Oh, jeez. I will do. Okay, I will do 2 things. I will do Mighty Blow. And if I can,
Mhm.
it's a very large creature. You tell me if this is allowed. Knock prone?
Nah, it's huge.
Okay. Then I will say taunt.
That'd be
Oh,
amazing.
No. Pierce armor. Pierce armor. There we go.
Okay, that is a good one to do. Okay.
Okay. So I got to do. I get a +1 damage from my stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
And I get +1d6 for Mighty Blow. And okay. 27 points of damage. And it is
Piercing.
piercing.
Woo. That's my boy.
Suddenly you're brown.
Okay.
Look at him, hitting him right in the giblets.
It's just this right.
Fantastic.
Bing, 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 bing.
So yeah, all of you are watching as Bullreg rushes in and just lays into it. It's everyone else's turn. So anyone else who's not Bullreg and the monster, if there's something you want to do, or launch the catapults, whatever you just tell me.
Launch.
Okay. You already did you got your herbicide, you've got your catapult. What is your intelligence score there, Bohai?
It's a 2.
Give me 3d6 plus your bonus. Okay.
And
14.
plus one more.
So 15. Okay. As it gets pelted by these jars of this herbicide, you can see it's starting to like wilt and stuff. Anyone else doing anything?
I'd love to shoot it if I could.
Sure.
All right. Let's get in there.
17 clears.
Okay, nice. Let's do some damage. Not quite as much as Borg, but it's doing okay.
Still,
Pretty respectable still.
yeah. All right, put some damage on him. Okay. Bart or Brawl, anything? Or just waiting in reserve?
No, I said I was gonna go up and I'm gonna kind of like harass around it. So if Bullrig's on one side, I'm kind of maneuvering around the other side of
Sure.
it. And I'm firing my runes on my snout kind of light up and I start shooting bolts of not quite dragon fire, but I'm shooting bolts of energy out of my mouth.
Nice.
Let's see.
14 clears.
Damage. Oh, is its dexterity lower than a 3?
Yes.
Okay.
And when you roll this damage, go ahead and throw an additional d6 of damage onto it. Your fire seems to be doing very well.
Okay. 13. That's with the +1 from the weight and everything.
13 base. Okay. And did that include the extra d6?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, this thing is looking rough. You've all ran in, very well organized. Bullreg took this giant initial attack to keep it locked in place.
I might just take a pot shot at it then,
Sure.
since I think I'm the last person to go.
Yes. 14 clears.
No stunt points though. I didn't add the +1. I forgot. So it'd be 11.
11. You shoot it. It hits something hits something solid in there. That solid thunk. Okay. And then its turn comes around. Bullrig,
Hoping that one shot would kill it.
you're very close. So close with that one shot. It swings hard with one of its massive limbs. Oh, and I rolled like shit. 11 to hit.
Did you take the -1 because it's fearful of my charge
I
from my
did not.
champion
That is a
ability?
10 to hit.
That fucking misses, you stupid tree. Yes, it does. It worked.
That was
And look at him, he's all nimbly dimbly out there. Just I taught him that.
Stepfather, are you
this
watching?
massive boom right next to Bullreg. Dust kicks up as it passes to Bullreg.
Finish the job.
So as it's kind of trying to to kind of pull back, I will leap up and try to smash it in the back of its tree head.
Oh, nice.
All right. I'll aim, obviously. I imagine he's too huge for like any sort of gang up bonus for Brawl and I,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right,
He starts with
so-
a really low defense just based on size, but that does give him the benefit of not being vulnerable to gang up. 19 to hit. That is a solid ass hit.
Unfortunately, no stunt points, but I will do 24 points of damage. Holy shit, 24 points of damage. Dear God.
You mighty blow just completely obliterate this thing's head. Just a shower of vines and leaves and everything just goes spraying across the ground. As you land on your feet, superhero poses, this thing's giant corpse just teeters and falls next to you. Just this loud, massive, like, boom, as this thing hits the ground.
Jimba!
The door is now unguarded.
Good work, everyone. I guess.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Forward.
Well commended, Commander. Well commended.
Okay. The door is massive. I would say that you do have enough manpower here with your army that if you spend a little bit of time, you could bypass it without having to roll anything. That's if you want to take the time to do that, or if you have something, it's up to you. If you want to try and get through it faster in some other way, that's fine. If not, you know.
I mean, what if we pour just a little bit of that other side, like along the bottom, like loosen up some of the roots,
Sure, yeah.
make it a little bit
Good
easier?
idea.
Yeah, you spend a handful of minutes doing that. And yeah, with that, you're able to get through. Once the door opens, rather than being like in this area where it's like this natural kind of cavern, it's very much think like dwarven style, like underground tunnels. This very tall tunnels, tall as this door, carved with these stone pillars, these different kind of like designs and everything cutting through it, and you see this just massive, impossibly straight tunnel just disappearing into the distance.
Perhaps we should have brought transportation.
Did anyone used to live down here before that we know of? Were there existing tunnels from like another civilization?
I'm assuming this is from that vehicle that we saw before.
I mean, it takes time to make structures like this.
If anyone has like a folklore style skill, you could certainly roll that. No? Okay.
Onwards?
Onwards you go.
Yeah. I'll send. I would imagine that when I did reconnaissance, I had some other folks with me, or we can use Luaith's folks as scouts.
Sure.
Maybe send out along ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, some are scouting ahead from the main body of the force. Any of you joining this scouting party moving ahead?
I will.
Okay.
It's a stealth thing, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Mhm.
stealth. Yeah, and then Bulwark's not in.
Okay.
Stealth.
So
Bohai will go.
okay.
I can do a little stealth.
Sure. I'll tell you what, your stealth, since you did train them, I'm not going to call any roll for the scouts. But those of you who are going ahead, I do want a stealth-based roll, and we're going to call this, it's straight, it's dark, easy to move around, and you do have the trained regiment that Luaith did. I'm going to call an 8 for success.
I actually got a 13 because I got
All
that
right.
cloak.
Got some good rolls.
You do.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so the three of you that are stealthing ahead, along with the scouts, you dart off. So Bart and Bulreg, you stay behind, leading the rest of the force forward. This thing is long. You're all traveling for hours and hours on end, maybe days. You're not sure. You have to take the occasional rest here and there. It's just incredibly straight path, incredibly long. But eventually, as you're all moving ahead, you did good on your stealth, so I'm going to give this to you in advance. You hear the sound coming from ahead. Sounds like it's coming towards you, getting a little louder. Sounds like footprint. Sounds like someone running towards you, like a single person. What do you all want to do? Specifically, those of you scouting ahead.
Is there anywhere we can kind of get out of the way so we can get a good look at the thing and
Yeah.
not be in its way?
Yeah.
There's
Definitely wanna
all of
take a
these
look.
big stone columns kind of supporting everything. So you could easily kind of break your scouting party up and kind of hide behind those. You already passed the stealth roll I wanted. As you're
Yeah, I
watching
agree.
ahead in the darkness, eventually coming into view is this person. Looks like they're wearing military style fatigues of like the Metro, but they're this very strange looking like potato style hybrid. Like their hands are potato. That's right, Diesel Shot. Thunder Rift. Head is potato with these big giant eyes on it. It's what he looks like is over there on the thing. I just put all my images here, like I'll just show them one at a time. So yeah, you see him running, very, his form is good for like a long distance runner. What do you all want to do?
I mean, he's a potato. That pretty much he has to go down, right? But it needs to go down quiet.
One for questioning.
Yeah, I was
Not
going to
that
say,
we
yeah,
did
we
anything.
might want to question him, though.
But it's gonna have to be quiet. So either way, I'll pull out my short sword.
I'll do the same. Go for the
magic
eyes.
that'll-
Eh?
There's a lot of them. Yep.
I know.
Bohai, were you
Plus
looking
one
at something?
damage.
Seeing if I had something that would just knock him out. Yeah, actually, I can maybe stun him, which would give us a chance to grab him. And yes, so as he's going by, I'd like to cast Jolt.
Sure.
All right, let's try this. All right, one, are you up there and listening?
Let's find out.
Yes, he is.
Oh, it
okay,
passes? Very cool.
it
And
passes.
3 stun
Nice.
points.
Okay, so 3 stun points. So I'm going to use. What can I do to make sure he fails his roll? What's a good one for that? I think there's one that increases the difficulty of the save for magic. Where is it? Spell stunts. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
How many did I get? How many
3.
points?
Lasting, magic shield, fast casting.
Increase the spell power, which increases the difficulty of him to resist it.
And you can spend multiple stunt points, a maximum
so-
of 3 on this.
Yep. Spend all 3 then.
What does he need
Which
to hit then?
means so here's what's going to happen then. We succeed in a 14 Constitution stamina test versus. Okay, hold on. Okay, Constitution stamina versus my spell power is going to be 16. 19 is the spell power,
Ooh, okay.
and if he fails it, he's stunned, and he takes 2 penetrating damage as well.
Nice.
I pulled a 16. Ooh, I
Not
did get
enough.
6 stunt points, but that doesn't clear it. But you say 19,
19.
so he doesn't pull it. You hit him.
Nope.
And you stun him.
Grab him.
Yeah, just he's running, all of a sudden, just like you see someone get hit with a taser, just and then collapses into the dirt. Yeah, you all bum rush, tie him up.
Mm-hmm.
Art feels a sense of pride in the distance. He
There you
doesn't
go.
know why.
There you go.
I take that horrific communal wiping rag and I shove it right in his mouth.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
But that
that's
is a great honor.
it's a sacrament for the wedding.
after a few moments, he comes to, communal wiping rag, tied up, like struggling, trying to get free, trying to get up to his feet, but he's just not moving. And he eventually kind of takes in the sight of all of you around him. You see his eyes kind of go wide, and he just kind of stops struggling, just staring at you all.
All right. Now here's the thing. We're gonna drag you back amidst a bunch of our friends so that you have an understanding of how many of us there are and how few of you there are. And we're gonna take this rag out. And you're gonna be so grateful that you're gonna stay nice and calm. And you're just gonna talk with us.
I like that. I'm gonna want a communication test,
Okay.
but he is tied up with the communal wiping rag in his mouth, so it's gonna be an easy test. Yeah, 12. You clear it, no problem. Just nod of his head. Mm-hmm. You got him.
Okay. You're a heavy guy.
He's very dense.
Want me to give you a hand there, Louis?
Maybe.
All right.
My knee's been a little funny on me today.
Let's tag team him.
Okay, so you take your scouting group, and you double back and eventually meet up with the main host. Bulrig and Bart, you see your party returning to you, dragging someone with them. You all reconvene. Now, Bart, I'll give it to you right off the bat. This uniform he's wearing is a Metro militia uniform, and you can see all the badges and stuff on him are signs that he was, some kind of like recon or scouting team.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, you've all got him. Free to question him. Seems like the party that caught him and then Louaith's test have kind of cowed him into cooperation.
May try and come at him from the military angle. General Bart, you need to know what you're doing here.
Give me a.
Ulrich will stand behind you as well, just looking threatening.
That's fantastic. Yeah, give me a. I'll take a leadership test here since you're leaning on your military thing. I'm going to reduce the difficulty a little bit with Bulrig providing back 15. You're good.
Go.
So Louaith already pulled the rag out. He's like, yeah, I don't want any trouble. Just let me go. I'll tell you what I want or what you want.
Your name, your rank. What are you doing here?
He gives you a name you don't
case if you remember
recognize. And he gives you a rank of, like private or something like that, proper to the military and also reflection of his uniform.
Is this like a yam camouflage suit you have on here, or yamouflage, as they might say?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're the ones who look weird.
Oh, anybody have a mirror?
Yeah.
A shiny hammer face.
Yeah, Bulrug will be like, yes, I believe my giant hammer might be somewhat reflect. Oh, I'm sorry, there is too much blood and brain matter on it. Perhaps someone else has something.
You do have a giant army. It's not going to be a problem if you want to.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have a mirror on them. Someone's going to be vain enough to bring a mirror with them into battle.
Yeah, I assume
No
so.
one brought a mirror.
It's the young orc who trims Bart's facial hair for him.
Yes.
So it has a
There we
mirror.
go.
Yeah, you show the mirror. You just, what the hell is this? What trickery is this? This is foul magics that you've placed upon me.
Why would we even go through the trouble of that?
Cut his finger and see if he bleeds orange.
You're in a cave. You come from where the yams are. It's where we're going.
Yeah.
You look like a yam. You sound like a human, though.
Ulrich will do what Bro says. He'll pull out the throwing axe and he'll cut him across the arm to see how he bleeds.
This kind of starchy white fluid comes out. He yells out in pain. You can see that you kind of just yam flesh inside.
Okay, here's a weird question. How long ago since you last saw your reflection? Since you saw, the way you think you're supposed to look?
I don't know. Probably when I was getting ready this morning.
Did something weird happen this morning?
It's just
You were
a-
running. What were you
Unusual
running
bright
from?
lights.
running from. I was running too. The commander told me to go report to base and give them information on the last experiment, and then I was supposed to meet them in the path head north and let them know that operation was go.
Your commander was who?
You can kind of see when your commander was who. Kind of like a dazed, confused look kind of washes over his face for a second. Commander was the commander. He was one of the brightest scientists that we have.
Gotta have a name.
I don't know his name.
Do we have some stuff that we took off that dude who was riding the weird doohickey
You do,
earlier?
like, you took his notebook and shit. You've got the commander's notebook.
Ah.
Hmm.
Mm.
You're muted, Bert.
Hmm.
He's no commander of the Metro.
No, is that good news, bad news?
Yeah, we were getting ready to, since the surface has been invaded, we've got to do what we got to do.
What was it that you were going to do?
I was just passing word. I had to take it back to base that the experiments were successful and we're ready to move forward with the operation. And then I was going to catch up with the commander in the tunnels going north and let him know that home base gave approval.
Any details about those experiments or plans? Maybe we can help you out.
I don't
Yeah,
know
what-
the details of it. That's above my pay grade.
What invasion are you referring to?
The monsters that took
surface.
over the surface. Yeah.
What do they look like?
I don't know. I've never seen them myself.
But we look weird to you, right?
Yeah.
What do we look like to you?
You're all kind of lumpy and like pulsing, and like your skin doesn't look right.
Any magic that does this to someone? Just the
Bohai,
vision.
you could do me like an Arcana test.
Yeah, do that. What specific arcana?
Oh my gosh, I just looked up the Arcanas of magic earlier today.
Well, I only have two. I've got healing and lightning. If it's neither one of those, just do it straight into
It would just be a fall back to an intelligence test
All
for you
right.
then.
No idea. Well, maybe
Yeah.
11.
You have heard of some spells that can alter perception and whatnot,
Hmm.
but you're not 100% sure on this.
I mean, I don't know what else to ask really, but I propose we just try and figure out where this guy's commanding officer is. We go there, we hit heavy, and we just,
I mean, where's your headquarters that you're going to or from?
Straight down the tunnel.
Like the way that we're going or the way that you're going?
Where I was coming from, it kind of nods in the direction that you all were marching.
All right. How many people are there? The whole army?
No, we're light staffed right now. We've got operations gearing up for the north. And then after the operation that the commander was going to, we were going to have backup there. So most of our forces are split up between those two now. So the command base, I mean, it's, the other commander and, a few prisoners that we've taken and, His Holiness himself,
Holiness?
a few guards.
Sounds like where we need to go still.
Who is His Holiness?
Well, you know who His Holiness is. All of a sudden, his eyes get really wide and gets this confused look on his face. Oh, who are you? How did I get here?
You name and rank again, soldier?
He gives it to you.
We do this like 47 more times.
We
Yeah.
basically just
Um,
run the same questions by him again.
Can Bullreg smell the blood stuff that came out of him? And
Yeah.
he just wants to smell for any like metallic scent, the way, you know, like if there's any sort of blood, you know, like metallic.
He's still got
Odor
blood,
to it.
iron.
I want to see if it's blood, or if it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Give me a smelling based perception test.
Yes, I will. Indeed. It's a 14.
It does not. It's
Yes.
kind of that sweet, kind of starchy smell of a yam.
Bullreg will
Son,
then
you've been yammed.
take his throwing axe and he will cut
Hard yam.
himself, and he will smell his own blood.
Smells like blood. Smells like your blood.
And then he will turn to this man and he say, "What can you tell us about the golden child?"
His eyes get really wide for a second. Who are you all? How did you get here? Where am I?
And I smash him on the head.
Okay, you finish the job. Kill him.
Yes. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Were you
John
all
is
done
muted.
questioning him? It felt
No.
like we were repeating that over and over.
Yeah, but maybe let's keep the uniform and
Yeah.
some of the. We'll keep some of the mush. Maybe if we need to, if Bart needs to pose as a, military officer, like we can put the mush around them.
Hey, was he
That's
carrying
fair.
anything?
You kind of rifled through his pockets. No, he didn't have anything on him. But I will say, as you're kind of rifling through his pockets, his military uniform feels weird. These uniforms, they're always coarse. They're made more for utility, ruggedness. But they feel very fibrous, more so than normal.
Mm. So if we like cut into it a little bit, is it also yam?
You cut into a little bit and you almost see like think of like a vein structure you would see in like a plant.
My God, they've learned how to grow uniforms.
Yeah. And take the memories of others. I don't like they're cloning that or like making copies of real people.
Not sure.
Odd. Yeah.
Did keep us
Definitely
in
got
the
the
blood
impression
for quite
that
some
this was
time.
not a real being. Maybe a copy of a being, perhaps, as you were saying.
I don't know.
No.
This is all just too weird for me. I don't want to think about it too much. I just want to just.
Well, we know forward is an
Yeah,
encampment of
let's-
sorts.
That seems to be our direction. So we'll
Okay.
keep moving.
Same kind of organization as before with the scouts up front.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bullreg will be taking some time, by the way, to have a nice conversation with every single person in the leadership and cutting them and smelling their blood, just to be safe.
No one else has this weird starchiness to them.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a good sign.
I will proliferate that strategy down to the masses and make sure
Okay.
check your partners, etc., etc.
Give me a
Check your-
percentile.
Check your partners for
Okay.
yams.
Yes, like high or low.
No,
It'd be
just
like
roll me a
the thing.
D100.
Just roll 100. Okay. 20.
As the march continues on, the scouts moved ahead. Bullrig, as you're all moving, you're kind of taking care of this. Although eventually you do come across 20 orcs get brought up through the ranks. Utterly confused, just look extremely distraught. When they cut in, there's this starchy flesh underneath.
What do
Sleeper
we look like
yams.
to you? Yes, what does it we look like to you?
You look like Bulric and Bart. a regular orc, a mighty orc, and I forget. Are you?
So I was about to
dwarf?
smash you if you did not correct that.
Or gnome. Bard is a gnome.
Yeah.
A gnome? I don't know what, like, they're all very distraught over the fact that their cuts came out weird.
And
We've been
aside from the
infiltrated.
cut, they look perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Even their clothing.
Hmm.
Do
Have
they
you-
have people with them, or is it just like this 20? Or is it like they're mixed in with
Mixed
all
in.
of the others? Okay.
But
Any of
this
you-
all together takes like, you're moving, it's a very long tunnel. It takes like a good couple of hours to eventually pull these 20 out as you're all continuing the march down.
These are sleeper spuds, I believe. They are waiting for command from the Golden Child, and they will turn on us. They don't even realize that they are not who they say they are. But at some point, the magic of this Golden Child will proliferate down through the tunnels in our ranks, and they will turn on us.
Could be.
Is there a possibility that if we defeat this golden child, they might revert back to who they were? I mean, do we know if this is that they've been converted to yam-based physiology, or if they're
Seems like
copies?
they're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure once you got goop in your veins, I don't think you like do a trade.
Well, if it goes one way, maybe it
Could
goes
go the other?
way.
I don't know.
Perhaps we just
Zubin,
How about
disarm
right now,
them, and tie them up, and
Yeah,
They'll comply to that. They seem very scared. They don't understand what's going on, but they still seem loyal to all of you.
perhaps
So,
we can save them.
Yeah, okay.
like, if they're like, if you can save us, if you can turn us back to normal, like, we want to help and fight and stop this, but this is fucked up. The fact that I'm apparently part yam now, so they fully give in. If you want to tie them up and disarm them, their concern is they just want to get back to normal, and please don't hurt them. They don't know what's going on. Is
Yeah.
kind of the vibe they're giving you.
It seems fair. Like I don't want to hurt them if they're innocent, but at the same time, we probably don't want to bring them with us
No,
into the thick of whatever's going on there.
that could be dangerous if they do turn on us.
So, maybe like you'll take this opportunity to like just pray real hard, see if you can like shit out any of the impurity and just, shit good shits, think good thoughts.
Yeah, perhaps take this opportunity for hopefully not your last communal shitting.
Okay. Yeah, they're just like, okay, why don't we, well, there's these big columns, tie us to these columns here together, and we'll take a communal shit together, and hopefully when you figure it out, we'll turn back to normal, and we'll be free.
sure.
Bulwark will
this.
take the rest of the leadership aside, and he will say, these are not our people. If they were true orcs, they would not have suggested that they be tied up, and they would not have pleaded for their lives. They would have done the honorable thing, and they would have killed themselves right then and there, lest they be a threat to the rest of the orc shittles. I say we get rid of them now.
Leadership seems okay with this. You're talking with a bunch of orcs, very honor based. Jeff, you're setting the lore here, so if that's
I
how
know,
orcs
terrible.
work,
I don't know that I
felt like
can
there
argue.
needed to be a dissenting voice, though. I felt like
leadership, like, these are good people we've lived with for years, but
have you?
you make a
Can
good
you be
point.
certain that you have lived with them for years, and
mean,
not you have lived with them for hours or days, and that they have not been replaced by something else, and that they are not serving as some sort of sleeper agent? And
if they swapped them out, the swap was flawless.
but tell me true. If you came to the realization that you are not who you thought you were, that you are not an orc of the shithills, but some carbohydrate replacement, would you?
The
Would you not?
general, the orc general you're talking to is like, I would not kill myself. I would charge in and smite every sweet potato bastard who has inflicted this shame on me.
Yes, that is a true orc. None of them offered. They said, please, tie us up to these columns. Why these columns? How
And that's
interesting.
the option we gave them. But
Commander,
we could
if this
offer
is
them
what
to
you
go
will,
charging
then that
in.
is fine.
we can offer them to go charging in too. See if they take it. Perhaps that's a better test.
Yeah, they're gonna lean on you, Bart. You're the military expert here, so
I'm not a person of their culture, though.
you've been sold as one of the greatest military minds of this generation.
Indeed.
Do we have them be the front line then? They're true orcs.
If this is what you think is best, then this is what we shall do.
Try and play up the culture here. So
I
let's
do think
do
it is shameful that they are bound here, waiting, helpless.
I mean, we only really gave one option. So
That's largely my fault. I was trying to do what I thought was right, but like I only understand like a quarter of the culture here. So like that some of that falls on me.
He
Sorry.
only recently married my mother, so he is still very new.
Did we check
Alright.
his mother?
Brawl, we have come very far. If you insult my mother or you question her honor, you will not go any further.
It's fair. It's
I
fair.
can confirm she's very coppery.
let's
Your mother
That's
would be
good enough
actually
for me.
marching in the ranks, like
Okay, that's perfect then.
She
It's
totally
right
would.
there.
She's not in the 20, is she?
no, she is not. No.
Okay. I was.
I know.
let's give them an option to be an orc or not.
If you give them the option to fight, they're like, we were worried you were just going to kill us outright, but if we can fight, we'll fight. We'll fight with honor, and we'll do proud, and we'll find what caused this, and we will smash the fuck out of its face.
Does this please
That works.
everyone?
Yeah, the rest of the orc leadership are a lot more open to that idea. Like, that is orc.
They go up front.
Yeah,
Okay.
can't have them behind us, just in case.
Cool. All right. Time progresses. Eventually, this tunnel widens out into this massive cavern. And you're greeted to the sight of this ancient looking castle underground, surrounded by these boulders of giant potatoes. And as you're looking around, you can see that moving around almost in like defensive style is a small army, not as big of an army as your army of Yambies and these Vinerators, moving around just defensive. There's no way you're all going to get through them without engagement. What do y'all want?
Is there like a central area that they're protecting, or
Evenly dispersed throughout this big chamber surrounding the castle?
All right. I'll probably pick since the Vine Raiders seem to kind of like coordinate things pretty well. Whichever Vine Raider seems to be coordinating the closest clump, I'll make sure he's the one that's marked
Sure.
for +1 for everybody.
So, do we want to send in our infected? I guess in
Yeah.
first as like a spear tip. Try to just since they're evenly distributed, maybe just punch a line through.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like, let them rush the front line, and then if anybody's got range capability, we focus on the Vinerator. You know, take out the head while a Suicide Squad takes out the front wall.
Are we just pushing straight to the castle and then trying to get in as quickly as we can?
Yeah.
Yeah, rush it.
Bum rush. I mean, that's what we said all along. Operation Bum Rush.
So,
Yeah.
speaking
The line
of
can hold the castle behind us.
the reminder of all the people who are in your army, Bolrig and Luath, your mother and your wife, each of you respectively. Why are you all staying behind to fight all of these? This is why you brought an army.
Oh, I'm not expecting us to stay behind. I assume we're pushing through to the castle.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna. That's what we're doing. We're bum rushing. We're gonna do. This is like a spearhead. Like we're gonna do a precision strike and then just push through with so much force they can't even stop us. I mean, look at your son. Who's gonna stop him?
No one will stop you.
Of course, now we're gonna give the infected the chance to like run forward, like get a little bit of their honor, right? Normally, it would be all Bolrig. Like he would just go through this all by himself. Clearly, look at him. But you know, those guys, they deserve something, right?
Sure.
Bulwer looks extraordinarily bashful right now. Like just looking down. Mother, you are embarrassing me in front of Commander Bob.
This. The infected will lead the spear. You follow behind, and we'll move in and deal with all these while you handle the child. All right.
Yep.
We got our plan. That means we need our leader to roll us a leadership test to see how
boy.
successful this plan is.
And I'll throw in one other thing I have here. I have command. So, as I call out the orders, point the sword forward. Everybody gets a +1 bonus to, courage tests.
Oh,
if it matters.
Nice. Yep.
I don't know if it matters or not, but
Roll it.
it's there.
13 will do it. It is a...
I think that gives me an opportunity to also do my stunt, Inspire.
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh.
What does that do?
Because it takes 2 stunt points. Actions, courage others, get a +1 bonus to willpower, morale, and willpower courage again for the rest of the encounter.
Okay.
No,
So-
nice.
So,
Ray gets +2 to courage and
I'll find
+1.
that.
so that is a pass, not quite as high as I would have liked. So I want everyone to go ahead and just give me a fighting test.
Oh, man.
Fighting test.
That's not heroically.
We have any like sub focus or something in fighting? Do we
Sure.
roll that or just
Yeah.
straight fighting?
Yeah, if you got a specialization in fighting, you can take that.
If somebody was more shooty, could they do that?
Sure, Legolas your way through that.
Okay.
We get to have a little bit of action for ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Bohai and Bolrig. You each take some minor scrapes through this. You're each going to take 7 damage. Apply your armor. But eventually you fight through. The spear point is just... They make a good push, but they don't make it all the way through. They are killed in the push. You all carry up behind it. The orc army floods in behind you and starts engaging all of these, yam creatures in mass. And eventually you go crashing into the main doors of this castle. You break your way in and you're inside. So here's how I'm going to do it.
We've come to sell cookies.
What's that?
We've come to sell cookies.
Come to smash your child? Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, John.
Bart, you're going to give me a D5.
Oh boy.
Okay, we're going to do this dungeon exploration, so to say, in kind of an abstract way. You start moving through, searching for ways up, searching for this or that. The inside of the castle, unoccupied for the most part. You are not seeing anyone looks in terrible ramshackled shape. It's a very ancient thing. But eventually you find your way to this one chamber. It's this very pretty looking, strange kind of purplish lights, this kind of like low waiting pool in the center, and all of these alcoves. And these alcoves all have these I don't know the proper term for it, but like really fancy ass bird bath with this like silverish looking water inside of it. What do you all want to do?
I mean, I have to assume there's spuds in those bird bath thingies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Go
we
look
probably
at
need
one.
to investigate.
Fanciest bird bath might be the technical term. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm an English professor. I can
Yeah.
verify.
Loath, do you go look at one?
Do you mind if I borrow just a little bit of your herbicide there?
Here you go.
Yeah.
Have a pouch.
Just in case I'm over with me. Walk in.
As you move close to this thing, I want you
Hey,
to
sorry,
give me
gets
a
me.
D10 roll.
God. I am gonna get hit by a facehugger, aren't I?
The silver liquid, the ripples kind of like get kind of intense for a second as you're looking at it, then it just flattens out like a mirror. But rather looking at a reflection in the room or of yourself, it's like you're looking through a portal and you're seeing the Drake Mesa, like looking at like you're looking out the window of a building, looking into the town square of the Drake Mesa. You can see all these people walking around, minding their business.
Oh my.
No, there's no spud here. This is like one of those like a not a looking glass because it's water. What it's maybe not even water. I don't know, but like
using like mirrors.
kind of.
If we give it a little time, does the perspective move like it's someone's eyes or?
No, it's just fixed.
It's like scrying on a particular point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna like pull out like a
Because they've got eyes everywhere. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
kind
gonna
of
pull out a
looks-
dagger, just poke it.
It ripples, you kind of lose the sight for a second, but then the water kind of stills again and it returns to the same site. There's 10 of these, fancy ass bird baths all over this chamber.
Hmm. So there's
They all
10.
go to different places, I assume.
Yeah.
If I check out the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you spend time, you move up to one and you're looking at within the USSR, you're looking at one of the main areas in town. You can see the neat files and paths. You can see skeletons moving around. You go to another one, you're looking in the metro. It's kind of up high. You're looking down on busy streets, corridors, kind of the jumbled mess that the metro is. You see another one looking in kind of like, it's kind of tough to recognize at first, but eventually, Bart, it comes to you. This is the interior of the main chamber of the Metro Militia Training Complex.
Hmm.
They've had eyes everywhere.
You can see orc shit hills. You can see some strange shamans. Bohai, you would recognize it as the slaughter shamans of the South, the truly dedicated and very violent followers of McGavin. You see the pine herders to the west. You can see a small, very like tree-based village with all of these kind of like treant style creatures moving around. You can see the main Coliseum of Kitchen Stadium. You're looking down from up high on see all the audience seating. You can see the main battle floor. Melanir, Klein, you can see the goblins. I mean, each
Everything.
one's looking into a different location.
And these look to be like ancient construction or
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm,
That explains why they
Perhaps.
would have set up here.
perhaps the spuds did not make this but found it.
Yeah.
Could be. Now, From the one map, it looks like they all converged on the Temple of Russell. And the Temple of Russell is ancient, fell to ruin ages ago. When the followers of your old character's name, Jeremy.
Forbauti.
When the followers of Forbauti sacked the temple and destroyed and killed everyone.
Well, I guess this explains how they know so much.
But
Guess we move along then.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Bullreg, why don't you give me a D10? I'm sorry, D5.
Do this not because you told me to, but because I want to.
That's fair. I respect that.
It's a 4. It's a D5, right? This has a
Yeah,
4.
yep, you rolled the right one. Let's see. You are moving through and you see this very strange looking door. Image is a little smaller. I didn't move the stream. So that's what the looking room looked like, their stream. But you see this, it's very kind of high-tech looking, got these red lights all over it. And just this very complex looking door with this red looking kind of eye thing with this dim light coming out of it.
I see a red door over here. Part of me would like to paint it black, but I think there is something about this. Just curious, is it not?
All of it's curious. The door's shut, I presume.
It is.
I must admit, would like to smash it, but I am resisting the search.
Perhaps there's some mechanism to open it.
Do you move up to it?
Move up to
Yeah.
it.
Bart, you move up
Yep.
to it. And this strange red eye, all of a sudden, this very intense flat beam of light comes out. Imagine like those sci-fi scanners that go up and down.
I'm
And
gonna be like,
it scans you and then ding, turns green. And the door slides open. And you're looking into this ancient looking room that's been kind of fitted up as like a laboratory. And inside it, moving around, you see another one of the yam dudes who are driving the cart, moving around, minding his business.
perhaps we can jump him. Want to jolt him again?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
It worked last time. Why not? Why not?
Because we'll be ready to run in. I'd like to try and interrogate
There we
him,
go.
give him a chance.
Yeah,
Success.
16 you pull it, 6 stunt points.
Oh wow, 6 stunt points. I think I can just make this stick.
Yeah, you can move your check up to a 14. I think that's what we did last time.
I think it starts at 16.
It caps at a +3, so
Yeah.
we'll do that. And I'll also take the other 3 points and give myself a magic shield.
Sure. What did he
For a
need to
little
roll
bit.
for save?
All right, for save on Jolt, he needs to now do against a 19 Constitution stamina.
Okay.
And he also takes 2 penetrating damage.
Okay. He does not clear it. You hit him and just whack. Same thing. Tasered. Falls
Get him,
over,
guys!
Collapsed.
All right, maybe we can interrogate him and then murder him, or the other way.
Then you
You
get
want
him.
to murder him and then interrogate him?
His joke.
Probably easier.
I cannot yet raise dead. Soon, but not yet.
Yeah, we'll tie him up, go through his pockets, make sure he's not got anything,
Loose change.
especially loose change. I need that for the soda machine in the break room.
I mean, heroing just doesn't pay so well.
It does. You tie him up. You've got him now. Wake
All
him
right.
up.
Do you have anything interesting?
No, he doesn't really. He's got a few tools. You can see he was working on this. Looking around, you can see these all like scientific kind of things, beakers and flasks, young plant growth here and there, bits of flesh with like plants growing out of it. Just this whole very strange kind of smorgasbord of fucked up sciencey yam
I'm
shit.
gonna poke around and see if I can find any like other like notebooks or notes or anything, any kind of information.
Give me an intelligence test.
Right. No.
So yeah, you've got him tied up. If you
All right,
want to wake
I
him
guess
up and question him, you can.
Can ask him some questions. I don't know what questions. Anybody got any good questions?
Very easily. Will you tell us everything you know, or will you die a painful death?
Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Let's lead with that.
We ask where the golden child is.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Okay. Who wakes him up?
We'll do it. That is fine.
Just give him a slap.
No, I just be like, hello, wake up. Come on, sleepyhead. Let's
After-
go. Time to go to school.
Few moments, eyes kind of open up. What the? You're all not supposed to be awake yet. What is this?
Explain.
You're not done. Who pulled you out?
From what?
And this moment of realization kind of cuts over his face. Let me go now. You have no right to do this. Free
I
me.
don't need one. I am stronger than you, and I have a big sledgehammer. That is all the rights I need. That is how nature works. Now, you will tell us what you know, or you will not be able to talk ever again, because you will be dead.
I want to test
Simple.
for this Bullreg, a communication test. I think
I
persuasion
have bargain
fits
and
here.
persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion
Okay.
fits.
Being very calm, cool, collected, as Bullreg normally does.
He's been stunned. He's tied up. I just want a 10.
Okay, I will give you a 15.
Yeah, fear kind of sets in. He seems to be in a much more pliable state when it comes to answering questions.
So,
What do you want to know?
What is
Just
it you
don't
mean?
hurt me.
okay, this is fine. We would like to know what is it you meant by us waking up? Who pulled us out?
Yam
Start there.
abomination. Us.
I thought you all were the clones and not the originals. I heard the originals were lost.
I see. What is it that these clones look like?
Well, when they're done baking, they'll look like you. They'll
Yes,
have your
but if I cut
memories.
them,
How?
if I were to cut them, would they bleed my blood, or would they bleed some other starchy goodness?
Depends. We won't know how well the cloning process went through until after the fact. But if all went well, it should be almost indistinguishable from meat blood.
Yeah.
If it's like our
they
regular
were bad clones.
clones, they'll have the standard starchy sap to them.
Almost. How would you tell the difference?
Scientific equipment. Comparison against certain command words.
Such as?
And he gets this devious look on his face. Casserole. And then none of you react, and he looks kind of disappointed for a second.
Bulwark will look at the others very carefully to see if they are hiding their reaction.
Go ahead
He will
and give me a
focus
perception
especially on
test.
Brawl.
Of course. Of course.
15.
No abnormal reactions. They all, no one reacts to that in a way you find displeasing.
Okay.
Brawl winks at you,
Okay.
Bullrug.
Blows you a kiss. So, now we have other questions about this golden child. What do you know?
Creator and Lord of us all. The God who walks on earth. Brought
Is he here?
He
I
looks
believe he's
very
blaspheming.
uncomfortable about this, but then remembering your threat of smushing, he is in the temple.
Got it. Good, good. Which way is the temple? Totally separate thing. Don't worry. Different reason.
I cannot tell you.
You cannot
I
or you
will-
will not.
I will not betray my lord.
But you already have. You told us he was here and you told us all sorts of information about this, so you have betrayed him.
I won't give you any more. I've said too much. I regret it already. If you
Gonna
don't
dip
kill
his
me,
toes in some herbicide.
you do, and it
Just the
sizzles
tip.
and he screams. He's very resistant. I'll show you where your clones are.
All right.
That's appreciated. That's not what he asked you.
Fine. He's at the highest peak. Head to the central chamber. Take the spiraling stairs.
I mean, that
I will get very close to him. You are not lying to us now, are you?
Give me a perception test for this.
I would like to smell very carefully for pheromones that are often exuded when
Yes.
someone lies.
Sure, go for it.
Hey,
Why
I'm
not?
talking-
Dogs can do it. Why can't
see-
you?
Far too easily.
That is
See
a
if the
10.
sweet potato starts smelling sour.
You're not
It's just a
familiar with
10.
the sweet potato smells. You're not sure on this.
You see. He is an impenetrable fortress. I cannot tell if he is deceiving us.
Well, maybe we test it by seeing if he actually can show us where the clones are.
I can show you where the clones are.
And if that's true, maybe the other's true.
Okay. Whatever you say, stepfather.
I don't want a clone of me hanging out. I'm
Help
just
me out.
saying.
Ulrich will. He's still bound, right?
He is, yes.
To a chair or anything?
Whatever you all would have said. I just presumed you tied him up on the floor, but
Mhm.
if you wanted to have tied him to a chair, that's
Okay,
fine
I'll
too.
just sling
Sure.
him over my back like a sack of potatoes.
While Bullrig is distracted, I'll go over to Luoth and whisper, your clone could get you out of your current situation.
If you would talked to me and said that like 3 days ago, maybe, but look, I don't want to be crude here, but like Ulrich's mom, no, I'm not going to go into it. I'm staying.
Bulwark's mom has got it going on.
It's true. It's true.
I'm not uncomfortable by this. This is not a problem with Orchard Hills. I'm very happy that you all find my mother to be very sexually attractive and that you desire her in various ways.
Yeah.
Good for her.
It's very healthy perspective on
It is
that.
good. I
Yeah.
have an open mind on this. Yes, there is no reason to be shamed.
Hey, Bohai, do you want to stick around, let the others go up a little bit, and we'll take care of this lab real quick?
We can do that.
Okay.
Do the rest of you move forward?
oh no.
Yeah, I don't want a clone.
Okay. The scientist will gladly give instructions. Turn here, turn there, go down this hallway. Brawl and Bohai, you two linger back a little bit. What are you doing?
Just mostly trashing equipment quietly. Maybe putting some herbicide in some of these plants.
Sure. No
things like
problem.
that.
You spend a few minutes.
Swapping labels.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Adding a
Um,
few extra bits.
yeah, just a few extra minutes. Just for the sake of keeping the party together, you're going to be able to catch up with the others. It's going to be a little delayed. That's fine. Eventually, Bohai, Bart, and Loath, the scientists lead you to this chamber. And there's this big reinforced steel door. And it's got this punch code on it. The code is 585903 pound.
Or we do that. We look at the punch code. Does it look like those are numbers that are used often?
I want you to give me a perception test, and then
All
I
right.
want Luath and Bullreg to give me a separate perception test.
Okay. Is it site based?
It is site based.
Nice.
I got 17 at least.
Art, it does. Those keys are worn down. Luath, odd shadow moves overhead. And as you look up, you see this very large creature, like the size of one of these beetles, like an adult beetle, made of plants with these 3 huge central eyes with all of these tendril-like vines moving all over as it slowly, just this giant head descending down towards you. There's an image of it if you all want to see. No idea how long it took Midjourney to give me a usable version of a plant-based beholder.
It's pretty impressive looking, to be honest.
Oh god.
It is.
It's pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
I will enjoy smashing it.
As the scientist cackles, "Ha ha! Get them, my creation!" It's initiate.
Chuck, did my 10 with 4 step points give me anything? Because I
Oh.
could burn the stun points if it would lead to combat. The upper hand thing would give me a boost. To
Sure,
initiative.
go ahead and take it. I mean, you're already
Okay.
prepped for combat. Luath, just he scored higher, so I gave him the information first. But yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's totally fair. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative, but
Everyone?
Brawl and Bohai, you'll join in on the second round of combat. If there's a second
Fair.
round of combat.
What is initiative? Hold on. The
Oh,
die isn't popping up.
If you just click on the little fist tab, you can hit the D20 icon next to your name.
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
Oh, but it was invisible, but it was still let me click. So,
Okay.
I don't know how to. It wouldn't matter. Never mind.
Does anyone with whatever bonuses or whatever, do I need to make any adjustments to the numbers you got?
I would go to a 9, so it doesn't change anything.
Okay. This thing descends down from above. And it's going to take 2 shots, one with each of those green eyes on the side.
We've been had.
First one
been betated.
is going to go towards.
Only you can
Bullrich.
use the scientist as a shield
Yeah.
since he's slung over your shoulders.
Second one's going towards Luath. So first one, 17.
That's on me.
Yep, on you, Bullreg.
Okay.
12 damage.
All right. What is the armor bonus for the scientist on my shoulder? Is it like a 7, then 8?
Why don't you increase it by 1?
Okay.
A blade of potato armor.
He is my shoulder.
Yeah.
My shoulder pads.
And Luath, yours is a 15 to hit. Does that connect?
It does, because I don't think I would have had time to get myself into defensive stance. I saw it, but yeah.
9 damage. As it floats down with these 2 heavy shots. All right. Bullreg. This thing is now It's maybe floating like 5 feet above the ground, still well within your hammer range.
I will just drop the scientist on the ground in front of me, and then
Yeah.
I will charge over top of him
Oops.
at this
About that.
this
Trying to
beholder.
look at it.
So you can drop the scientist, step on him, charge at
Yes.
this thing.
So I wanted to double check one thing. Yes, and I will shout a war cry that gives all enemies within 8 yards of my charge's final position a -1 attack rolls on the next turn.
Nice.
I will say, "We're gonna get you. We're gonna kill you quick."
Nice.
And that's my war cry. And then I will attack. I will swing right now. That is a 16 with 5
stun
stun
Ooh.
points.
Very nice.
I will do lethal blow to get 2 extra damage on that. So that is 2d6 stunt damage. That is 25 points of damage.
Oh
My God.
That is a bad roll. That is a 2 and a 2 and a 3.
That's a heavy hit. Very hard hit. This thing kind of moves, like your hit connects, and it kind of like drifts just a little bit from the might of the blow. Louis.
Well, now that I've actually had a chance to like act in combat, I'll make sure to do, on top of my attack action, I'll use my other action to like point out the sensitive areas, which is clearly that central mass.
Yeah.
Go for the eye, boo, rig. And I'm going to shoot it. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Oh my God, that's a terrible roll.
It is a
13 doesn't clear defense. We do have 3 banked rerolls.
Are you okay with using one of those?
Of course.
Thank you.
All
2
right.
old. We're down to 2 banked rerolls and 1 banked double.
Oh, nice.
16 hits
Oh,
and 3
and
stun
16.
points.
So I can rapid reload, pierce armor for 1,
Sure.
and then mighty blow costs 2, doesn't it? Maybe stay
It does.
aware.
Okay.
They just look for something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So starts being a little slow here. Okay, 18 piercing.
18 piercing. Very nice.
nice.
Solid shot. You get your reload. Do you need to roll anything for stay aware? Or you're just aware of things going on in the.
I think it does require.
I think you make like a perception
Yeah.
test or something.
I do. Sure will. I'll look around. Make sure if there's something else.
Yeah, looking around, you can see these scientists starting to crawl towards the door. No signs of any other threats, though.
Knock it off there, you little bastard, or I will pour this on the back of your kneecaps, on your elbow. I'll leave you an invalid. You stay still.
Give me a quick communication test.
This is not my strong suit.
Doesn't seem to be listening to you, but
too
you
busy
can see that
reloading.
he's doing that.
If nothing else, some other people can see that I'm
Yeah.
barking at them.
Bohai and Brawl, you'll come in next round, so we go down to
Alrighty.
Bart.
Well, I was originally going to go attack this bad guy thing, but I'm actually maybe a little more concerned about what the scientist is doing.
Okay.
So maybe I'm going to go ahead and attack him.
Sure.
Hold him in place.
Sure.
I'm actually going to do just a regular sword attack, I think.
Dude's got crap for defense. That's a hit. He's a thinker, not a fighter.
And it is penetrating, if it matters.
For him, it actually doesn't because he's not wearing armor. But that is a solid ass swing with the sword. You almost kill him with 1 hit.
Remind him to stay put.
Yeah, that is a strong reminder. This creature is up again. I'm going to take 2 shots with my eyes. First one is going to be against you, Bart. Second one is going to be against Bullrig. So Bart, 14 to hit.
That is actually a miss.
Ooh,
Nice.
lucky you, because that would have given me stunt points. And then Bullrig, 11.
Did you
Minus
take your
one?
-1
I did
from my
not.
charge?
I did
Get that
not.
fucking
That
shit
is
out of here.
only a 10. Okay.
That's the second time that's worked tonight. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boy, that's
Wow.
become very
Nice.
useful.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
All right, Bullrig.
Lieutenant, you quaking, shivering, stupid eye thing. And I will swing at it again. I will aim. I don't think it makes sense to judge when you're like right next to it.
Right.
It feels weird. So I'm just going to aim.
Yeah.
So he will not get the -1 next time.
Okay.
All right. And Loath, you are not up close, right? So I don't get like a
He
gain.
shot
up or
at it.
anything.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, but I did give you the marked bonus for damage.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Well, that's
shit.
20 with 4 stunt points.
Very nice.
I will take the piercing and I will take mighty blow.
Cool.
So an extra d6 in piercing. And I get the +1 damage from
Mhm.
Luith as well. All right. So stunt damage 1/6.
Is that +1 die or just a flat one?
Just a flat
Okay.
one, but it's for everybody.
Nice.
Okay. So this is with piercing 27 points of damage.
Look. Doesn't go down, but this dude is in terrible shape. Luis.
All right.
And
Well,
granting
right as
everyone
he-
a bonus die is awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
since he's doing such a good job smashing it, I'm gonna try and shoot it.
Nah, 14 does hit. Yes.
Okay,
One
good.
stun
I'll
point.
reload, I guess, with
Okay.
that point, just to make sure I've got my gun on the go. And my damage modifier. And there you go.
$15 damage. This thing, it looks like it's on its last legs. It is in terrible shape. As Bohai and Brawl, you two finally make it in this chamber. And you see this great creature that the others are
Oh,
fighting.
crap.
Bohai, it is your turn as you enter the chamber.
Lightning bolt.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Bam. Come on.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
we got 2 banked rerolls left.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of those. Come on.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
15.
Success. All right. So 2d6 plus willpower, penetrating. Okay, they must make a successful constitution stamina test versus 16.
18.
Oh, wow, they made it.
Yeah.
All right, so they take 1d6 plus willpower penetrating. So
Okay.
they're going to take 8 points of penetrating.
+1.
9.
9.
Bohai, you crack this thing with lightning, and it just sizzles and smolders. Hey there, Eddie. And collapses to the floor dead as the scientist is whimpering and crying on the edge of death. No longer
Get them,
crawling
my
towards the door.
creation, he said. Get them.
So what I miss?
Pretty much that.
This
Okay.
dude lied, and there's a code. It's like 585039 or something that you punch in. I'm not sure something. And then then this thing came down and tried to attack us. It was very
Oh.
funny, like a cat.
I'll walk over to the door and try punching in this code that
Yeah.
Ulrich has said.
You remember the code? You punch it in. The door slides open. And we're at time. So I'm going to show this image, and this is where we'll wrap it for tonight. And it's just this very high-tech looking room with just these rows and rows of these giant yam pods, like the ones that you broke out of. All connected up to this machinery and these vines. And that's where we'll wrap it. We'll pick up with you all moving into this room, doing your exploration.
Gosh, what if we are copies the whole time?
Codeword didn't take.
No, I don't think we are, because I mean I've died at least once, and having a skeleton body beneath. So yeah, same thing with your character Daniel. So
We got the regular blood. He tried doing some sort of code word on us.
Yes. Plus, the
he said-
Beatles still loved me, and so that is clearly,
Okay.
That's the clear sign.
So yeah,
exactly.
that's where we'll wrap. Which means that next Wednesday will more than likely be the finale of Thunder Rift as you all confront the Golden Child. I can't wait to show you that image. Yeah, let's do some plugs. Jeff, what you got happening this week?
Yeah, on Friday, twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, we are continuing our Mothership campaign. We are running through Gradient Descent module. It's been very fun. On Saturday, we are back to One Ring 2nd Edition. And then Monday, it's going to be a Deadlands Savage Worlds night. You can catch a couple familiar faces there. And then Tuesday, now on our channel, we have Haunted West, another Weird West game that Steven runs for us.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what do you want to tell us about?
And race on Patreon. You got these comics and maps and art and all sorts of good stuff. Check it out.
Very cool. Let's see, Bert, what you got happening? Muted. Bert started wiggling cables and it broke. Well, while Bert is unwiggling, I can give his plugs. Bert, you can find him on twitch.tv/SteamStealAndMurder. You can also check out Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com to check out 10 plus years of tabletop role-playing podcast goodness. Bert has games every Tuesday and Friday. Either First Ed D&D or something else. I don't remember which games you run which days.
Shadowrun, I think.
We did Shadowrun on Sunday.
I heard a thing.
Was that?
Test.
There you are, Bert.
There he is.
Jeez, they're talking this whole time. Yeah, no, you got it. This we don't have much going on this week. This Friday, we're gonna do a pickup game. Several of our players is out, so we're gonna just do something fun, just a one shot of something. We have been playing on Tuesdays instead of our first edition Dungeons and Dragons. We've been playing Dicey Tales, the second edition, which should be out in Kickstarter this month, probably the first week of this month coming. That's
Nice.
been a lot of fun. You've already said that we're not doing our normal Goodman game stream this Saturday. So that's out.
I haven't touched on it here, but
You
yeah,
haven't touched
we all
on
know
it
that.
yet.
But yeah,
Yeah, no Weird Frontiers this Saturday, unfortunately.
yep, Goodman Games double booked, and so
Yep.
we're
I
missing a
heard there was
session.
some complaints about feet being put together, Chuck, and
It's only a matter of time.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
The feet are drawn together.
Yeah.
things. So yeah, we've got a light schedule this week. We're
There you
doing
go,
a
Jeff.
broadcast Friday, and that's about it.
Okay. John, you got anything happening anytime soon?
No, sadly had to cancel my Rifts game last week, but we've got it rescheduled for later in August or later in October.
Okay.
But other than that, I just got some fun planned with you on Friday. So.
Sure. Yeah. So, yeah, here on Defenders, nothing tomorrow night, because April is on the road traveling. So we're going to call it. So she's not available. Friday night, like John mentioned, we'll be back for some Dungeon Crawl Classics, our Dead Sun campaign. Hunting down the pieces of a rocket ship so a mad wizard can fly himself to the sun to fist fight a monster. Saturday, doubleheader, 1 p.m. Central over on Grim and Perilous Plays, Fallout 2D20. Like Bert mentioned, Saturday night, we would normally be doing Weird Frontiers over on Goodman Games Official. We had to, bow out this Saturday so they can have something else going on. Instead, here on Defenders, we're going to be running some old school essentials. And I'm going to be running a adventure for Hyperborea. I think it's a second edition adventure, but it's all compatible. I just didn't want to remember the Hyperborea rules, so I'm like, fuck it, let's do old school essentials. And yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday, right here, for hopefully the finale of Thunder Rift.
Nah, we're gonna make a food cart on the back of a beetle.
Oh my gosh, that sounds right. Yeah, I don't know. That's all we got. So yeah, I guess until we see you next time, you know, fight potatoes. Let Jeremy marry anyone's mother that his characters want to. And I'll catch you later. Deuces. I don't have any of the end stuff set up. Look at that. Keep waiting.
Oh, I have to wait for so long.
Oh
Or
God!
do what
What do you think I
Jeremy
am?
did, which
Some
is
sort of
better, I think,
pageantry
probably.
person?
Uh-huh. All right. Later, everyone.
Freeze frame.